Hello, in this video I will show you how to put together this bat treat box, which is an SVG file from Simply Crafty SVGs. It comes with those eyes, but if you want you can always use little googly eyes like this. So these are the pieces to put together a bat box. Somebody kept on telling me, I think they told me last year and I just heard it again this year, that they had brown bat. So in the assembly I'm showing you a brown bat. We're going to do brown bat. Although I did make a black bat, so you can see what it looks like. So there's I know it's close, but there we go. I used googly eyes instead of the eyes I included with it, and it's just a little treat box, so you can put little treats in there. So it's really not that hard, so I'm going to show you how to put that together. I know that was out of focus. So what we want to do, just to get them ready, is to fold the bat wings. So this is the left one. So I already inked it. I'm going to show you when to ink it, when a good time to ink it is. You can do it flat. So, and here's the body of it, here's the face and the ears. So we're going to do the wings really quick. Put the body there, and then these are like the little eyes, ears, and nose. So you could add more to it if you wanted to, but I intended it to be a little bit simpler box. So you can see I just inked it a little black on the folds and on the edge. So the way you would do that, you could do it while it's flat. So I like to do it, I don't like to get ink on my mat. So I'm using a little Distress Oxide with black soot. There's my little, this is a distress tool. I like to just kind of empty so I know how much I'm getting so I don't get a bunch of it. So to start you can just do the edges. If you do black, obviously you're not going to see this, but you could do it with, if you did black, a good color I found is this pumice stone to go on black, so it shows up pretty well, or a white. But that's a nice color and it blends well. And the reason, you could use pretty much any ink, just play around with it. Use what you have. I don't think you need to go buy anything. When I fold, so I'm going to fold everything, that's the tab. Let's go ahead and fold everything just in a mountain fold to start. I'm going to get ink on my fingers too. So there it is right there. So while we've got all the folds up, you can just run it lightly over it. If you want some good tutorials, because people do ask me, you can go and watch, of course, Tim Holtz, who's the creator of these. But there's a couple other people out there, like Jennifer McGuire is really good with inking, but you just have to find the right video. So that's somebody that I think is really good at that. And we're only doing it for accents. So look for edge inking. So we want to now fold this opposite. So valley fold, and then we're going to accordion it. Then a mountain fold, valley fold. But when you fold it the first time in a mountain fold, it helps to get it in the valley fold, and then valley fold. So that's what you want the wing to look like. It's not really going to hold up. I mean, it is intended to be a treat box. And then right here. So that's that one. And then fold this up because we will glue it on the inside. So I'm not going to worry about my fingertips being black because I don't care if it gets on the project at this point. So those are the wings. So I'm going to put those aside. So I don't need that for now. So here's the face. So you want this piece, and then it'll go like this. Okay. So you can see the rounded parts on the outside. So we're just going to go ahead and add glue on this tab. So make sure you fold it like as shown. So all these folds like that. And then all the tabs. So I'm going to line this edge up to the tab fold and glue it underneath. Try not to get glue on it. I just got a little glue, I don't want to do that. This is just a little damp paper towel. So I'm going to get the glue off my fingertips real quick. Then here we want to go ahead and we're going to fold it like this. And then same thing here, but we're going to fold it back like that. So I'm just going to take a chopstick, just a wooden chopstick, and just curl this a little bit. So that'll be the ear. And I'll show you once I get the inner ear part on. Again, this is just a simple 3D bat. Nothing exciting. So we're going to put the left side on. So I'm going to just put glue on this top tab, line it up, the section between the two score lines. And then add glue to the second tab. So I do recommend like a little wet paper towel to have something to get my fingertips wet. And wash them off as needed. And if you need to stop, you just need to stop and wash your hands properly. That's one thing I was always bad at when I do a lot of crafting. I forget, I try to be mindful of how much glue is on my fingertips, especially since we use a lot of liquid glue, right? So we're doing the same thing on the other side. I just added glue to both the tabs. So my little attempt at making this little 3D bat head, there it is. So we have the ears, the eyes, and the nose. So there's two pieces. I already put this together. There's a black piece, a black, a white, then I just drew on that little white piece to get a little reflection on the eyes. So we're going to put them here. And we're going to, I think I'm going to pop them up. I wasn't going to do that, but it sounds like a good idea. I'm trying to get, these are not ones I would recommend, but I'm trying to use them. They're little pop dots. They're not as sticky as I'd like. I think they're called sticky thumbs. I think they're from American Crafts. They're not my favorite. I like Scotch foam tape. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to put them on so you can see it before we do it. And if you need to put, they're just not as sticky as I'd like, so sometimes I add a little dot of glue. So I'm just going to put them on like that. I can put them on right there. I'm just trying to figure out where the white part's going to go. Just making sure they look even. And then this nose has a little, is scored. So I didn't make it solid score line because this, I just want it to go around here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of ink it a little bit since I have ink on this. So it kind of hides, it's roughening up the nose. So I hope you can see that it's shaped like this. So it just lines up right there. So you're going to want to hold it on for a minute. So you can do a lot of these. Actually, you know, it goes slow on the videos, but this actually goes together quite quickly. And then since I curled the ears back, here are the inside of the ears, and I inked them with a little bit of vintage photo and a little pink, which is worn lipstick, just to make the pink of the ears. So just make sure you add them to the correct side. You can put them wherever you want. I just kind of got the shape. And then I'm just going to curl it a little bit while it's still wet, just for effect, because typically they're, I know it's usually curled inwards, but just for fun. So if you have like a little wooden dowel or something like that, you can curl it with that, or you know, I honestly think getting this free, that one I didn't put on exactly the same, but that's okay. Using the wooden chopsticks, I just find all sorts of use for them, so I tend to stick with those. So I didn't put a mouth on them, so I know it doesn't look, right now it can look like a rat, it can look like a kind of squirrelish, but I didn't put a mouth on it. So if you wanted to add a mouth, you could always draw one on if you wanted to. So let's go ahead and do the body, let that kind of dry. So here's the body pieces. Let me move that out of my way. And then I don't need that had all the little things in it. So let's go ahead and make sure you fold them with all the scores as shown. So you're going to have these two pieces with holes in them. That's for the bat wings. So this is the front. That's the front of it, left and right. And then this one is the first one you want to start with. You'll see the tab's different than any other tab. That's the reason they're angled, so it won't be seen through this opening when you glue it on. So we want to start with the one with the weird, see the tabs? Let me make sure you can see it clearly. My light moved around, so I was moving it around. So the one that has this angled piece, not the ones with the straight. So we want to start with that one. We're just going to add glue on this first tab. Again, these all should be folded before you start. Then go ahead and line this up. Since I don't have any panels, I did try panels, I just didn't think it was necessary. You want to get that, use it as an anchor piece, and you can see it just misses that opening. It was on purpose, obviously. So I'm going to add glue to the other tabs and then just line it up. To the edge there. So we're going to do the same, but the next one you want to use is a solid one. So a solid, and then another one with the hole, and the rest are all solid. So I would stack them in order. The one with the weird tabs first, and then a solid one. I mean the weird tabs, then the one with the opening to the left, a solid one, and an opening to the right. So I'm going to finish putting this together so you can watch that. And then after I get this put together, we'll put the bottom piece on and we will attach the head and the wings. So now that this is together, that's the front, that's the left, and that's the right. Look in the middle of your screen here. So we can add the wings now, but again, it's hard to maneuver with the wings on. So let's add the, we'll add the bottom piece. Actually, we'll add this first, and then we can use that to, we can put our hands through the middle of it and the bottom. So we want to go ahead and glue that on the inside. So you'll make sure this is the middle. That's the middle, so we're going to glue it on the inside right here. So you want to make sure that this is trained backwards, and all of them are trained backwards a little so we can glue them on the inside. Got a little messy with my glue, so let me clean that up. So make sure you have it situated properly so there's a hole on either side of this middle piece. So just align it there in the middle. And some people might have I thought about doing fangs. I tried fangs. It didn't, for me, I didn't like it, so I went minimalist. And just, you know, just add a little, maybe a tag if you're going to make it for Halloween, unless you're just going to make it for decoration. And then I'm just going to add glue to each of these tabs after I get that attached. And just carefully reach in and add glue to each of the other tabs on the left and right. So I'll do one at a time, then I can reach in and do that. And I thought feet would be cute too, but honestly I decided, when I decided without the face, that I'd just go a little bit more minimalistic, make it a little easier to make, because it's not like people are going to make these all year round. And some will make them mold because they may not like it, so that's fine. I just thought it was a cute little bat thing. I started it last year actually, I just never got around to figuring out what I was going to do with it. So I just decided to make it into a treat box. I was going to make it into something bigger, but I decided that I'd just stick with a little treat box, because this is a good entry project into 3D crafting. So I'm just going to anchor one of the tabs to this bottom panel. You could actually put it in and glue it on the inside, and then the tabs would be visible on the bottom. And if you don't care about that, that's another way of doing it. Then we'll go ahead and add glue to the rest of these tabs and just line this up. If you do like this project, I always appreciate a little like or thumbs up, and or subscribe to our channel if you don't already do so. If you hit that little notification bell to the right, it'll let you know when we have new videos. So it's been a while, as of this video, it's been a while since I've had something new. So those that have the notification bell checked would finally be notified. So once you get glue on there, just be careful, go back to the first one if your glue dries fast. You have to know how fast your glue dries. And I'm just going to line up each edge, starting at the adjacent edge. Just go slowly. And once I get it in place, I can flip it down and reach in and apply pressure to the tabs, or use something like the blunt tool like this. And if you do glue the tabs to the bottom, and just instead of having it over, it'll hold things a little bit better. But you know, if it's just a couple little treats, it's not a big deal. It's not going to hold much. Okay, so this is the fun part. So now that we have the body done, I'm just going to zoom out a little bit. Whoops, wrong way. Normally I would just stop the video, but so that now let's make it look more like a bat. Actually, before we do that, see, psych, I'm just going to add a little ink around the bottom edge. Just darken it up to make it kind of look a little bit rougher. So this is to all of you that have brown bats. Okay. Some people don't like bats, so I think they're cute if they're not in your house. Fortunately, I'm not in a place where they would be in my house. So you could always put glue on it first and then slide it in, or you can try to add the glue after you slide in. I think it's easier if you add a little glue, and what you're going to do to keep it off the front of the box, that's wide enough. So that's the left-hand side one. We can just carefully slide it in. And there's a little wiggle room in there to go up or down, so I'm going to go as far up as I can. And I'm bending it to glue to the inside. So I bent the tab forward right here, to glue it on. There's one side. I know it's kind of a big bat body for that, but you could make it smaller if you wanted to. I just thought it was fun. Who needs it being pro? This is not real life, this is Crafty. So same thing, the other side. I'm just going to carefully slide it in again. It's going to fold forward and glue against the side there. So once it's through, make sure that I fold it in that opening, and then once I get it in place, I can just apply pressure there. So then when you were to, if you're to place it, once you place it upright, you'll have these two little, in my little cute bat. So you can put a little smiley face, or you could draw some fangs if you wanted to. And I'm going to put a little, there's a saying there, a little Halloween tag or something. So that's it. I hope you like this project, and here's my little simple 3D bat treat box. Thanks for watching.